Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Star Brothers podcast. I'm your host, Martin, and along with me is my co-host, Felipe.
Hello there.
Well, guys, I want to cover my last trip. I took a trip to Osaka, Japan, and before my trip, I received a reel from a friend telling me about a Star Wars-themed bar in the city of Osaka. So I went to go check it out. The place is called, and I hope I say it properly so the owner doesn't get upset, Pachimon Wars. It is a Star Wars bootleg toy bar. So the creator of the bar enjoyed collecting bootleg Star Wars toys. What are bootleg Star Wars toys, you ask?
What are they?
Glad you asked. Back when Star Wars was released, it was not permitted in several countries for religious reasons. So it wasn't shown in the country. But people heard through the grapevine of how successful the movie and the toy line was, that there were certain toy companies where their employees would make these toys after hours without the company's knowledge and, of course, without permission. This would have led them to jail time. So they were pretty sought after. They made good money. And Mr. Kimura-san is the owner of the bar, and he has a real collection.
I saw the video.
Yeah, at the end of the YouTube video, I'm going to show a small clip of the collection. I didn't go too much into detail, but you'll get a nice idea of his collection there. So let's go ahead and take a listen to the interview with Kimura-san. I'm currently in the beautiful city of Osaka, Japan, in a very special bar called Pachimon Wars.
Yeah.
I'm here with the owner, the creator of the bar, Kimura-san. Kimura-san?
Yeah.
How are you? O genki desu ka?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
All right. So just a few questions I wanted to ask you in regards to the franchise. Which is your favorite movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, that's like my favorite movie as well, which is really fun. And who is your favorite character in Star Wars?
Boba Fett.
Okay.
Only Empire. Empire Boba Fett.
Okay, only the Empire Boba Fett and not the Book of Boba Fett Boba Fett?
No.
All right, he doesn't like the Book of Boba Fett. So what is your least favorite movie?
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, a man of my own words. We have a lot in common, my friend. You know? So a lot of people love Star Wars so much they dress up. It's called cosplay.
Yes.
Do you cosplay anybody?
Yes. Yeah. I cosplay my favorite Empire Boba Fett. Yeah.
All right, so he cosplays Boba Fett. And he had shown me some pictures of what he looks like. Looks really good. Celebration here in Japan back in, when was it, April?
Yes, April 18 to 20. Every day, different character I cosplay.
Okay, who did you cosplay also?
First day, Japanese style Bansa.
Okay.
Yeah. Made from Japanese Carnival Dragon. The second day, the Boba Fett. Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. Yes. Third day, Market Fett.
Okay, yeah, I saw that picture as well. That was really nice. So, what made you want to open up this really special bar?
Starting, I like the bootleg toy. Then, starting my bootleg toys exhibition at the gallery, my old collection. The everyday bootleg toy exhibition and drinking. I'm making a bar.
Okay, so collecting bootleg toys and drinking decided you to make this bar. Right? Yeah, because this bar, it looks... I mean, I made a video. We're going to post it on YouTube as well of how amazing this place is. Any Star Wars fan would lose their mind to walk in here. And at the end of this video, on the podcast, you know, I also have it on YouTube. At the end of the YouTube video, I'm going to show directions on how to get here, because I kind of got lost with Google Maps. But if you can find the bar on Google Maps and watch my video on how to get here. Do you plan on attending Celebration Los Angeles?
Yeah, I hope. but need money.
Yeah, we all need money. It took me a while to save up to come to Osaka, and it was worth every penny. And I know that you are on social media, correct? You are on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, I'll also be putting a link so where you can find his Instagram page here. I didn't go over his special list of drinks. He has custom drinks, and I've tried 2 of them so far. I tried the Qui-Gon Gin, and I'm currently having the Maul. So what does that tell you guys? But that pretty much concludes our interview. You know, I hope people hear the podcast and watch the video and can come over here and visit you and have a great time in your bar. Thank you guys for listening to this special episode of the Star Brothers podcast. This is the way.
Qui-Gon Gin drink. I want to try it.
Yeah, the Qui-Gon Gin drink. He has several drinks. Qui-Gon Gin, it was kind of like a mojito. And the Maul was just like a beer with something in there. I don't know, but it was good. I can't wait to go again.
Can't wait to go try it as well.
Yeah. You know, there's going to be directions at the end of the YouTube video on how to get there. Google Maps, you know, kind of isn't always 100%. Doesn't pinpoint you exactly where you are. But you just walk down the shopping street. You see what I'm talking about? Then you make a left and a right. And you'll find it. So, all right. So let's cover these new projects that are supposed to come out. There are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 new Star Wars projects. And some of them have already come out. Like the first one, Andor Season 2. Which was phenomenal. It started off with a lot of good action, and then later in the season it started getting a little slow, with all the politics, but it was way better than Season 1 in my opinion.
Yep, I would have to agree.
You know, they ended the series with, they reprogrammed K2SO, which was cool. You know, so it leads right into Rogue One, which is cool. So project number 2 is Maul Shadow Lord. When is this going to take place? We don't know. It's before Episode 1 or just after Star Wars Han Solo. You know, Maul came out at the end, and then we don't really see him until he fights Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, and of course Obi-Wan takes him out.
Spoiler alert.
For those of you who have not known, well, you need to watch Star Wars. And next one, Tales of the Underworld. This has already come out as well. Found it really nice. It has Asajj Ventress in there, where she doesn't want to be Sith, doesn't want to be Jedi. She just wants to go about her life, which is pretty cool. I've seen a few of those episodes, and they have more with Cad Bane, who was also an awesome character in the Clone Wars.
Blue-faced bounty hunter dude.
Yeah, with the cowboy hat. And then Visions Season 3. And those Visions they're pretty good, nice little short stories about Star Wars. Different animation styles is what I like. One of my favorite ones was from Season 1, where they used an old anime version. And it was like Star Wars in the Edo period, a samurai time. It was like my favorite one, but let's see what Season 3 is going to have. Now, this one's going to be cool. Ahsoka Season 2. So there's talks that Anakin Skywalker's coming back, of course, some flashbacks, or, when she's dead again, like in Season 1 when she saw him. And Admiral Ackbar's supposed to come out, and we'll see where Grand Admiral Thrawn is going to take Ahsoka Season 2, because that's going to lead into the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So the rumor has it, and it's just a rumor, that Grand Admiral Thrawn is going to end Mandalorian and Grogu, or the Mandalorian series. I'm sorry. I think the Mandalorian's going to die. No one wants that because he's cool as hell, but that's a possibility. We don't know. And the next one is Star Wars Starfighter. Probably a story about someone in the X-Wing, their life story. Maybe during Episode 4. We don't know. But it sounds interesting, you know?
Because they're all guesses.
They're all guesses. They're all guesses. I kind of stay away from social media and, you know, just going to go off the title of these things. The next one I'm excited to see is Lando.
Lando
Calrissian. I really hope they get the actor that played him in the Han Solo stories. He was really cool. I saw a young Lando Calrissian right there. I like that guy's acting. Now the next one is Dawn of the Jedi. Is this going to be the beginning of the Jedi Order? Or is this going to be the beginning of, say, Master Yoda's story? Because nobody knows where Master Yoda came from. And Grogu is the same species as Yoda, so who knows? Maybe it is. This one's interesting. New Jedi Order. That's probably going to be... Well, even though he said he's not going to do Star Wars anymore. We're, after Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker starts the Jedi Order, and of course, you know, we know where that went thanks to Kylo Ren. Yep. But that's where I'm going with this one here. Rogue Squadron. Now, of course, this is going to take place probably during Episode 4. Because the Rogue Squadron is in Episode 4 and Episode 5. The Empire Strikes Back, because the guy that's in that snow speeder, looking for Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. You know, this is Rogue One. This is the Rogue Squadron leader, and you know, looking for him. So I'm sure it's going to take place in between that time. A droid story. What droid are they talking about? You said R2D2, huh?
Judging by the colors of the title?
Yeah.
The droid could be how R2 came to be.
Yeah. Who built R2D2? Because we knew who built C-3PO. You know?
Yeah.
Of course, R2D2 is just he's supposed to be just a mechanic, but apparently he has, he's actually he has like a soul. He has like a being. Droids aren't supposed to have, you know, souls or anything like that, but R2D2's special. Because in Episode 1, he fixed the hyperdrive on that Naboo starfighter. Not the starfighter, but the ship that got Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon off of Naboo. He fixed it, the hyperdrive there. And then, of course, in Empire Strikes Back, he fixed the hyperdrive. When C-3PO says, "You don't know how to fix the hyperdrive?" Then he fixed it.
I think you do.
Yeah, but you don't live away. So that's what he learned from Episode 1. Now this one's cool. I kind of saw a trailer of it. The Ninth Jedi from Visions. It's really an anime story of a female Jedi. What's the story about? I don't know, but that's all I took from that little trailer that I saw. Now the next 5 projects, I don't know. We have Star Wars Taika Waititi movie.
It's going to be a spin on Star Wars in a certain way.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it's going to be a part of these Skywalker saga, making up his own thing, but it's interesting. And of course, this one's going to be awesome just by the title. Like Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie. I mean, you know, I know it's going to be awesome because he's a great director.
Yeah. I agree.
And then Simon Kinberg's Star Wars trilogy. I don't even never heard of that guy.
I don't think I heard of him either.
And then we have Dillard and Owens Star Wars project.
Don't know those two people.
I never heard of them either. Ryan Johnson's Star Wars trilogy. Never heard of that guy either. But, you know, the first 2, I'm looking forward to those. You know, and I
The
hope
other 3, just to be a little open-minded and.
I hope that the writing is good, because the special effects, it's a given. You know, it's going to be good, but you know, we want to know what the story is about. That's my concern. All right, guys. Well, that'll end this episode of the Star Brothers podcast. If you are in Osaka, Japan, check out Pachimon Wars. You can type that into Google Maps. You even type in Star Wars Bar. I think that's how I found it. And go give Kimura-san a visit. Great guy. Great drinks. Great food. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. And we'll see you on the next one.
And remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
This is the way.
Refrigerator
Oh, wow.
for 1 beer.
Only one.
Only one.
I need more than one beer.